And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Jackson looking to throw right away.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin the game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
Pulls it in at the 13. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fair catch signaled for and taken, and that punt went nowhere. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Washington. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Okay, ready? 19 Tigers. Reload.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up for Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 47 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. To throw is Jackson. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They hand this off to Harris.
Jeffrey Gunter able to bring him down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, he's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to launch it for Washington.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Now first and 10 at the 11.
On the give, this is Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 4th down, here's Jackson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Harris. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very low. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early two-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcons.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third and goal, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run. Here's Harris.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This play call.
And he's going to wind up with a first down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Go, Reed, go!
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.